Good evening, everyone.
There we go.
Your internet is not the
Good
best.
evening, everybody, and welcome to Earthman's Live.
Yeah, your internet's not the
My
best.
signal's already playing up already.
Yeah, I just noticed your picture's a bit pixelated, but you're all right. You're readable.
How odd?
Hmm.
It was fine until just gone on.
I think we may have a problem. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us.
Okay, don't know why that is. It's supposed to.
Oh. Sorry, guys. It's technical issues. Just bear with us a second. Just trying to sort out what the issue is. Always away. Always away. Right. In that case, I'll wait for show you the beep. Seems I'm still live. Michael's internet's decided to play up. Just show you the latest from Weather Fans on our Facebook page, growing steadily, shall we say. Hasn't been the best day for weather today. You can see there we are. Just go past that. Nice little rainbow there from Paul. Not me. There's some hints of what might be to come on Wednesday. There's one from Thomas. Large cloud formation left behind after a torrential downpour in strong winds, Edinburgh. Yep, there we go. Right, so one from James, is it? Yeah, James Trussler. See there, the lightning in this storm here, very active. Ooh, so want something like that back again. Just bear with me a minute, guys. So yeah, just bear with me a minute, guys. I'm just gonna respond to this mail. Right, I'm still here. Sorry about that. I was just responding to a message from Michael. The issues seem to have started when we went live, so we're just going to try and get to the bottom of it. Yeah, another downpour I had yesterday. Seems to be the Paul Amos show, doesn't it? Anyway, so there we are. Ignore this. Yeah, once you've finished here, guys, if you're on YouTube, do go check Gordon's latest video out. Let's go to Nodrog page. Fortunately, I can't do that. So this is Gordon's Nodrog page, as you can see there. I'm sure he put some. I might have done it in the weather fans. So yes. So yeah, let's have a look. So right, I'm just trying to fill for time here, right? So we'll come to this tab. We've got some stuff happening in America, as you can see. There is a couple of mesoscale discussions in the US. I was having a look on the NOAA website beforehand, and there's a couple of discussions. No, nothing tornadic or anything more. The fact that these little storms here and this one here may go mesoscale, so you know, a bit like what we had on Thursday night when we were sharing that. Could be straight line winds, frequent lightning, heavy rain, something like that. Just bear with me just 2 seconds again. I'm just going to respond to Michael. I'm back. Sorry, apologies for that, guys. As I say, just coordinating with Michael as he can't get back onto the stream just yet. He's going to try and sort out if there's any problems on his side. If not, we might have to restart the stream. We shall, as you can hear, he's messaging me. So, thunderstorms. Let's have a look. So this is for Sun Arts for today. Share this tab instead. So this is net weather storm forecast through to tomorrow. Mostly across northern England. The greatest risk across as you can see here, northern Scotland, that's Highlands and Island really, the Hebrides, up into Orkney, and into the north of Scotland. It has been a windy day today, I will admit. I've been across the Pennines today playing radio, and the winds have been knocking on the door of 40 to 50 mile an hour easily, enough to make my car rock, and making my equipment wobble in the wind, shall we say. So, as it says, upper trough sits in the North Atlantic and Scandinavia on Sunday. Surface low moves over Scandinavia. Strong jet lies across the UK. It's caught across Ireland and the central UK, which is what I thought. With a strong cyclonic westerly maritime flow, unstable across the north. Just making sure this is showing. Yep, good. Sorry guys, I'm just getting a little bit crazy here. What is saying, high CPU. Anyway, upper cold pool pushing southeast out of southern Greenland and across northern Britain will produce steep lapse rates, 29 Celsius drop between 850 and 500 HPA. So that's between, I think, 1,500 meters and 5,000 meters. With surface heating today across Scotland, Northern Ireland and the far north of England. This will support widespread scattered heavy showers and some thunderstorms across Scotland, more isolated across Northern Ireland and Northern England. They have been quite isolated today. It's been more the wind. Carried east along the strong westerly wind. Thunderstorms most likely across central and northern Scotland. Showers, storms may produce hail and gusty winds as they'll move through fairly quickly. Any localised flooding should be isolated to western Scotland where they are most frequent. Bear with me 2 seconds. Yep, should have Michael back shortly. Right, I'm going to go straight into... Yep, there's me. Hello. Hi. Right, you stuck with me until I can get Michael back. He should be back very shortly. Right, so we're going to go into the UKV for the next 3 days maybe, and then if Michael's back, we should be able to go into the GFS. So let's set this up properly. There we go. Oh, hello. Right, so it's showing me all the way to Friday. I don't know why. Pull this down a little bit. There we go. So this is today's, as you can see, across Scotland, plenty of showers. Them showers fading out during the evening, some across northern England, mostly to the west, where it's exposed to that strong to near gale westerly wind with the jet coming straight across, which I'll probably show you if Michael doesn't come back. So let's have a look. So them showers still packing in. This is what we've been discussing this in our group chat about this little upper low that's coming through tomorrow. Might say be a little convective warning with that tomorrow. Minimum temperatures anyway. So there we go. So minimum temperatures. See, I'm having just bear with me a minute, guys. I'm just having an argument with myself. Across Scotland, between 6 and 10, maybe 11 on the exposed coast, east coasts. Same across England and Wales, really. Higher ground, 6 to 9 degrees. 12 to 14 maybe in the more populated areas. Wales between 8 and 10. Highland between 8 and 12. Let's go to this precipitation and cloud. Come down here. Right. On it again. This is why I don't like this model. There we go. Anyway, Right, I'll do it this way because it seems to be a lot easier. As you could see, there's this possible upper low coming through tomorrow with some embedded heavy showers within it. These could merge into a longer spell of rain, maybe an hour or two. Will be interesting to see if this does develop into a cluster of thunderstorms. It is showing, it is quite warm in these waters at the moment, around about, I think they're around about 17 degrees, something like that. That might be worthwhile having a look at on the charts in a moment. As you can see, that's moved through quite smartly. I would say there's possibility, I'd say about 20 to 30% possibility of maybe an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow. Nothing organised. As that comes through, maybe even further low, further south, north. You know, it may not even form. It's not even formed yet. So it's something to watch tomorrow. Let's have a look at the Cape. So mixed level Cape. There is some Cape available, but very little amounts, as you can see, but that's not necessarily what's needed tomorrow. Thermal, heat, the jet stream, it just could be a band of heavy showers tomorrow. So yeah, there's no Cape there really. Like I say, that's not the be all and end all when it comes to thunderstorms. Let's go back to precipitation and cloud. Ground. There we go. So yeah, that moves through quite quickly tomorrow. Could reinvigorate as it comes back across the east with a band of showers possible across North Wales, into the Midlands through the Cheshire Gap, also across the Pennines as well, and another band of rain moving south through Scotland. Elsewhere, pretty much showers. Further south you are, the better chance you have of being dry. As you can see there, ahead of that upper low, temperatures between 20, 21, maybe 22 degrees. Under that low, though, where the jet is, between 14 and 16, maybe 17 or 18 across the east. Northern Scotland's quite cold as that front moves south tomorrow. Ireland itself between 14 and 18. Michael's still trying to get on. So I'll continue. And we'll go further on. So that band of rain moves out from Northern England and into the Midlands tomorrow. Possible few showers coming through around about tea time into the evening across the west, as that band of rain moves southwards, which I wouldn't expect to say at this time of the year. Yeah, so this is a cold front, I believe, moving southwards. As you can see there is another band of rain moving through, possibly on the jet stream, on Tuesday morning, early hours. Let's have a look at that, see if that forms. It does. That could become another band of heavy rain, possibly an embedded thunderstorm or two in there. So you have cold front here and a possible trough going through the south. There's also a band of showers coming into the east, the west there. So we'll look at the temperatures. Right. Anyway, yes, no, yes, no. You want to play ball? You don't want to play ball. Oakley dokley. Right. Go there. It's not letting me have it, is it, guys? Right, I'm going to really try now. Oh, damn it. Right, anyway, let's go to minimum, and then I can just forward it a couple of hours. Oh, fun and games. Right, Yeah, same temperatures between 11 and 14 in the south, 9 to 12 in the north of England, Scotland between 7 and 12, Ireland between 8 and 11. Try not to press anything I shouldn't. Come back around, there we go. Right, so let's have a look. This trough moving through the south of England and this cold front moving south into Scotland looks to be fading away. Trough could give some pretty lively showers on Tuesday morning across the south. As I say, there's possibly some big heavy showers breaking out across northern England ahead of that cold front as the sun gets to work. So yeah, Tuesday day, scattered showers, possibly some heavy winds as well, but they seem to clear through quite smartly. Maximum temperatures between 10 and 15 across Scotland, maybe 16 or 17 somewhere like Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dundee, maybe down into Ayr. Across the west, exposed to that wind, 16, 17 degrees, maybe a 13 over the highest ground. Go to the east, you're looking between 17 and 21 degrees possible. Midlands, in that Cheshire Gap area, exposed to the wind, possibly 17, 18, 19 degrees. Come further south, you're looking 20, 21, 22 degrees. Wales, up over the highest of ground, 14, 15, 16 degrees. Obviously, further lower you are, the better. 19 degrees. Ireland, pretty much the same as well, 15 to 19.
Bogies.
He's back! He's back! Hello, Michael.
About 20 minutes in, I had to reboot our internet just to see if it helped, and it looks like it's sorted itself out.
Good. Right. So I'm just going to finish off the UKV. Have you still got your tabs open?
Just refresh them. Just give me a few moments.
Yeah, no worries. I've just got Tuesday and Wednesday to go into. So yeah, as I said, Tuesday could be quite a lively day. I wouldn't say it'd be too lively. There'd be more heavy showers than thunderstorms, but there could be some embedded ones across south. Right, there I am. So let's have a look into Wednesday. So there's a cluster of showers across southern Ireland, across the Republic. There's another rash of showers going through the central belt and the southern uplands. That's probably the last remnants of that cold front. Whoops, I seem to have jumped ahead. Midnight, so we've got a cluster of rain moving into Wales, northwest England. Could be quite lively again. Possible thunder, maybe a bit of thunder. Who knows? It could have. It all depends, really. So that low that we've been speaking about doesn't seem to form. Seems to be more further south at this rate. On this one, anyway. On this 15Z run. Let's have a look at the temperatures, anyway. Temperatures actually warmer, so warm air's trying to get in across most parts, really, except for Scotland. Scotland between 7 and 11, across most of England and Wales between 10 and 15 degrees first thing on Wednesday morning. Ireland and between 8 and 11, maybe a 12 here or there. Wales between 10 and 13, maybe a 15 somewhere in the west. And let's have a look at precipitation and cloud. Fiddle play ball. Right, so let's have a look at this. We've been mentioning about this low. This doesn't seem to come up on this run. but there are some sporadic, potentially thundery downpours across most of the UK on Wednesday. Let's have a look at the temperature. Looks to die off by the. I think that low looks to be more across the south here, across France, which is always the way. They always forecast it to be a channel low, and 9 times out of 10 it ends up in northern France. So that might be a named storm because it did look quite vigorous on earlier models. So temperatures, come on, let's have it. Climbing a little bit. Between say 13 to 18 across Scotland, 15 to 21, maybe a 22 in the south of England. Wales between 17 and 21, and Ireland between 16 and 18, maybe a 19 here or there. You ready to take over, Michael?
Yes.
Right, I'll stop sharing. So that's Wednesday, and I'll hand it over to Michael.
Okay. What am I going to have a look at first? What have you done so far this evening?
I've done the I've done, obviously, Weather Fans, done that, done the loop for the US, because there's some mesoscale convective discussions, and UKV. So yeah, this is the now chart. So yeah, over to you, Michael.
Yeah, let's put that onto full screen. There we go. Let's have a look what the latest is out there. So the temperatures as of 8 minutes past 8. This can be found at xcweather.co.uk. Currently, the top temperature at the moment is 20 degrees at Shoeburyness, down the southeast, and the lowest temperature is quite a chilly 9 degrees up in Glockalashnock. And you can tell by the colours here, we've got a bit of a southeast northwest split. We've got temperatures still in the high teens, well, virtually high teens, or that 20 degrees still. As we head further north, we've got a 15 at Manchester Airport, a 15 at Leeming, 14 at Newcastle, heading into the cooler air across Scotland, 11 at Escadale-Muir, Glasgow Airport at 12, Tulloch Bridge at 11, and 12 degrees at Stornoway. So it's that classic southeast northwest split. And there's a bit of a gusty winds around at the moment. I'm just trying to sneak across here without. There we go. Currently got a gust of 38 miles an hour at Cable Curig and Crosby. In North Wales, and is that just inside Liverpool area?
Yeah, the Wirral.
So that's a gust and maximum wind speed of 26 miles per hour at St. Catherine's Point. So that's where wind speeds around about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Okay, so I've got the pressure charts. And then we've got low pressure to the north and higher pressure to the southwest. So we've currently got 1,016 millibar at Sicily, St. Mary's, then the far southwest, and up in the north, I find the far north, 997 millimeters at Kirkwall Airport. I think that is up towards Shetland.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a look at the pressure charts. Well, right now, actually. Let's flip that across. Little midget thing flying in front of my face there. So that should have flipped over to the facts charts from the Met Office. And as that's showing, we've got higher pressure towards the southwest and lower pressure towards the northeast. We've got these complex weather fronts up into the far north of Scotland. looking at that chart, you'll think that these will push down southwards and open up the Arctic air, but that is not the case, he says. But this feature move through tomorrow, which will give a spell of rain or showers. So the winds are still coming in from a bit of a westerly,
Yeah.
but a bit of a northerly there via Iceland. And we've got these weather fronts again, which could give a spell of some rain or showers into midnight into Tuesday. And again, we've got a few troughs there. Showers are possible anywhere across the UK. That's my mouse then. Again, we've got weather fronts across the UK, bringing more spells of perhaps some showers or rain. And the sunset theme just continues really with low pressure nearby. Sending a few troughs across the UK, enhancing the showers. Bit of a lull there into Thursday with ridge of high pressure. For like more weather fronts waiting in the wings there for the end of the week. So let's have a look at the pressure chart from the GFS. See what these are currently showing from the latest run at midday. Let's have a look at the Falun Jumana bar. So there's that low pressure towards Scandi at the moment. Given a bit of cooler there for Scotland as we're seeing temperatures just squeezing into double figures there. That's due to sit around for a few days before that low starts to meander down to the south west and to northwest of Scotland. This will give us a few spells of rain or showers. Then it has that low then slinking down the western side of Ireland. But what that does seems like it brings up perhaps a bit of a southerly there towards perhaps eastern areas. We'll have a look at the upper areas in just a second. So that low pressure that's sat over currently over Scandi seems to fill a bit, then slides down the western side of the UK. What that does then is increase the air pressure towards Scandi. And that low pressure seems to sit around through into next weekend. It just seems to sit on top of the UK for a little while, actually. So that's a bit of a...
Could be a cut-off low, that.
Yeah.
We'll
the jet stream in a second.
Yeah, because you've got the two high pressures, haven't you? The one over Scandi and the one over the Azores. It just seems to get stuck in the middle.
Well, I've got the jet stream. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at the jet stream in just a moment. Then what this is showing for... we're now virtually coming towards 2 weeks' time. Pressure built up from the south, low pressure towards the west. That'll bring a bit of a southerly flow before low pressure decides to come across again. Almost like a bit of a transition there, trying to get high pressure moving up from the south. Let's have a look at the upper airs actually, because that potentially could bring in some warmer or maybe hotter air up from the south on this current run. What I'll have a look at in a few moments' time is the ensembles from the ECMWF, just to give us a hint of what's going on. So there we are. We're in the greens at the moment with that cooler air across the UK. Then that low pressure fills in across northern Scotland. Then it just seems to merge with another low pressure out in the Atlantic. And that slinks down the western, just to the west of Ireland. Then try to get in warmer air down the southeast, but looks like it may just stay in the near continent, if not clipping the southeast coast. We've got the 15-degree isotherm just clipping Kent and perhaps Norfolk there.
I'll say the 10 degrees seems to be sticking around in the east, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially with that low there, it could give some potential. Quite possible.
And as we're heading to what we're now 10 days, about 9-10 days away, that low just sits on top of us, just keeping that heat just to the east of the UK. I think then that moves up towards Scandi. And we tried to attempt again. I think it just stays out into near continent on this current run. So we might have a glancing blow there. Let's have a look at the jet stream, see what that's doing. Because potentially that could be a cut-off low, as you mentioned.
I'll say if it just stays out to the west, it'll bring that southerly wind, won't it? But I don't know, that'd be like early June, wouldn't it? When we had that kind of scenario. There's that low.
So there's that low coming down there. So let's have a look. Does it become cut off? Does it detach from the main?
Yeah. I think the jet stream just dies off, doesn't it?
I've just got a strong arm just to cross Normandy there.
Yeah, I'd say that's just like a temperature gradient more than anything. So I think the jet stream just
it's just gone weaker.
Yeah, that's the word, weaker. And then it just sort of like leaves that low meandering around.
So let's have a look at the temperature on this current run. So Monday the 3rd of July, we've got temperatures into the high teens. Again, high teens, low 20s there for Tuesday at this stage. And some temperatures for Wednesday as well. Again, just these risk of showers or longer spells of rain at times. And also with this temperature start, was like hints of temperatures rising there by this next weekend. Got temperatures there into the low to perhaps mid-20s there. And again, we next Saturday potentially we could see 30 degrees down into East Anglia. Nearby continent, we've got temperatures up into 33, 34 degrees. So as that heat might just clip the southeast. Temperatures do decrease just by a few degrees next Sunday potentially. This is not set in stone, by the way. Then we've got that, but also like a weather front maybe across central areas there. Temperatures 15, 16 degrees, 23, 24 down the southeast, and high teens, low 20s up in the northwest. I'll take this through to the end of this coming that week there.
Mm-hmm.
So again, high teens, low 20s for England and Wales. Just scraping double figures for Scotland. So yeah, also perhaps low 20s there and keep it into the 20s. Maybe a hint of a warm up there on Saturday 15th again. But again, it's a bit more obviously in an unreliable time frame there. Let's have a look at the Cape of Lifting for this week, because obviously the risk of some showers, see if there's anything that perhaps give these showers a bit of a kick. I need some kind of kick because it's just gone dead really in the last week.
Yeah, it's gone really, really poo, hasn't it?
So there's a small, just perhaps a small hint across the northeast there on Monday. Nothing too significant, maybe 4 parts of Ireland there on Tuesday. Nothing there for Wednesday significant, or Thursday, or Friday really, which is sticking out. Then obviously we get to the more unreliable time frame. Obviously with that heat building up in the southeast there potentially, but with the uncertainty of that low pressure coming down towards the west of Ireland, I think there's just too much uncertainty there. So let's have a look at the ensembles from the ECMWF actually. If you can find what he's looking for. There we go. So let's just go for the West Midlands, central UK at the moment. Well, obviously at the moment, always will be. Let's have a look at the sea level pressure. So each line is a model run. We've got 51 different model runs there with each line. And this just shows you the pressure chart then. I forgot what it was called then. So, well, I better run that across there because it's going to be confusing. So, we've got the current date reading from left to right, and there's agreement there till we head into virtually next weekend. Right? Then there's start to see a bit of a scatter there. Actually, around about the 5th of July, one of the models there showing a bit of a low pressure moving in there. Which model's that? I'm not even going to attempt because there's just too much on there to see.
Yeah,
but one suggesting pressure chart perhaps just dropping around below 1,000 millibars. As we head further into around about the 10th of July, there's a lot of scatter there, with some start to rise a bit. And we've got one significant one there, dropping it below 990 there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of scatter, obviously, as you go further along. So there's not quite an agreement there. There's a lot of scatter. Let's have a look at the temperatures. So this is also showing a bit of perhaps a warming trend actually as we head towards the weekend. Currently seeing temperatures hitting around about 20 degrees for the next few days. And as we perhaps head into the weekend, there's potentially seeing temperatures there reaching around about 24, 25 degrees. Perhaps before cooling off again, then some bring the heat back up again towards around about the 14th of July. So that's perhaps something to keep an eye on. We'll have a look at London and South East in just a few moments, because obviously with that heat coming up, potentially coming up from the east there. The upper air temperatures, we're seeing there with the upper air temperatures rising, the temperatures will be rising as well. So it brings like the 15-degree isotherm up there. And there's one model run there, bringing that up to about 17 degrees a bit later on. That's for the West Midlands up. So I think down the South East could be even higher than that. Total precipitation. Dry for the next day or so, really. Then potentially with all these rain bands coming through, rain or showers coming through, there's potential. Could see some rain. So there's a bit of a scatter there between 20 to nearly 90 millimeters of rain between now and the 17th of July. Let's bring that back to the sea level pressure. Let's have a look at London, actually, down the southeast. Let's have a look at Kent. That's there for down the southeast there.
Yeah.
So again, very similar to what we saw there. A lot of scatter there as we head into after next weekend. And the 2-meter temperatures. I thought these might be a bit higher, actually. I was expecting these to be a bit higher again. Temperatures could reach around about 24, 25. And a bit of a dip there before hints maybe warming up again towards the 13th, 14th of July. The 850, does that bring it? Good grief.
Chuffing heck, I'm going right up to 24.
I think that's definitely an outlier there. I don't know what that model was taking there, but it's not agreeing. it's a complete utter outlay compared to what's shown everywhere else. I've never seen a 25 hit the UK, I don't think, before. I'm trying to think what was the upper air temperatures when we hit 40 degrees last year? Was that like about a 20 or something?
I think it was briefly 25 we got for the 42 degrees. Sorry, for the 40 degrees.
That model needs to be...
It needs to be brought back into line.
If that was the case, that means the 2 meter temperature will be shooting up beyond that, and it isn't. So that's a bit of a weird one, that. How odd. In terms of precipitation, potentially some of these are spiking up, so potentially for some maybe thunderstorms or heavy rain to be triggered by that. Oh, let's have a look at towards Scotland way. Then I think we might stop it there, really, because too much more to say. Where shall we go for? Dumfries and Galloway. Let's go for there and have a look. So let's see level pressure charts. Again, it's kind of in agreement for between now and the weekend. Then there's that scatter as we head into the second week of July. There's even a few there dropping the millimiles down to around about 995, 990, whereas some others take it above 1,025. 2 meter temperatures. Again, this is also showing that rise towards the weekend. Even up in Scotland, their temperatures could get above 23, 24 degrees. And there was a lot of agreement in there, actually. Then temperatures drop down. It was like it could be a few days where temperatures will be hitting the mid-20s before cooling back down again to the high teens. And that just keeps it more or less level there. There's a lot of agreement there.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the 850. And again, seeing that bit of spike there towards next weekend. Well, getting a bit above 12 degree at 850. And there's a huge scatter there actually as we head into the second week of July. So I'll keep it above 10 degree and bring it down to below 3 degrees. So that brings a cool, fresher air there. And we'll final look at the precipitation for Scotland. Again, quite dry actually for much of Scotland between now and next weekend. So Scotland's looking much drier this week. And we'll see with that warmer air, potential for some heavy showers to break out. With that low pressure coming in, obviously it's going to really unstable the air, perhaps with that heat as well. Some heavy showers, maybe thunderstorms could break out. So looks like we're seeing hints of a bit of a warming then for this coming weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that could bring some instability, maybe.
Yeah, all depends on the positioning of that low, really, and if it does happen.
It's a bit of a weird one, really, how that load's behaving. So there could be like a sudden change in the weather for next week, and before we know, that pattern could completely flip what's showing now. I think it's just the behaviour of this low that we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, as it moves out of Scandi and back down into Ireland.
It's definitely not its normal path it normally does.
No.
Like it's just like the UK. It just seems
the jet stream just collapses, doesn't it? And it just thinks, I'll just move into that area. But if it stays to the west, then that could pull up southerly winds. If it stays over the top of us, obviously it'll bring instability. Perfect thunder fuel. either way, really. But
Yeah,
if it goes further east, then that brings down northerly winds.
and bring much fresher air in.
Yeah, it's definitely one we will be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, so it's
between-
definitely hints there, perhaps warming up for the weekend. But how
Yeah.
warm it gets is the big question. It all
Yeah.
depends where this low ends up by the end of the week, really.
Yeah, so we'll know on Thursday. By then, we'll have a better idea where that low is, because obviously it hasn't moved yet, hasn't made its tracks further south. So yeah, I think that's about it from us.
Yeah, so it's again a bit quieter than what we'd like to be, but
Yeah,
it's just the way it is. We can't control the weather. We can
No.
just ride along with it, really.
indeed. Oh well, is what it is.
I think we've been spoiled the last few weeks, haven't we?
We have. I think Mother Nature's just sort of like gone. You know what? You've had your fill for a bit. You can calm down, and then we'll
Yeah.
get some more fun to get going in a week or two. Excuse me. Right. I think that's it. Unless you've got anything more to add.
It's what I need to put on the screen now.
Okay.
There we go. We're back on Thursday for around about 8 p.m. We'll have the June stats because they don't officially come down till tomorrow, but obviously we're not live tomorrow, so we'll have them on Thursday.
Yeah.
But obviously, the main thing from the June stats is it's been the warmest June on record for this country.
Yeah.
And we haven't just beat the record we're talking perhaps around about a degree, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So like after it's a full degree, the hottest June on record for this country.
Yeah.
So should get all the stats and figures for that by tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll either put them up on the group tomorrow, or we'll
Discuss it.
probably do that, and then we'll discuss it on Thursday, and bring the weather. So yeah, right from me then.
Apologies for my early technical failures. I was at my internet. I'm not sure if it was the area or my box itself playing up.
Seems to.
So I'm here now anyway.
Anyway, I'll say goodnight from me.
Good night for me, guys, and we'll see you around.
Take care. Bye.
Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.